Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA game. It is your boy, the Silverback Rasta. Yeah, new nickname alert. Cameron Roget coming to you live from the MMA Game studios. And today we're going to be talking about UFC 305. It's not in Miami. It is in Perth, Australia. Dricus du Plessis against Israel Adesanya for the strap. Now, before we get into this amazing episode, you know I have to introduce you guys to, not only is he my dude, he's my guy, but he's also the best statistician in all of the MMA community. It is my dude, Ryan Cariss. Yo, Cariss, what's the word?
Yo, my guy, my dude, my homie, Cameron Roget, Rusticam.
What's poppin'?
We are blessed, my guy, to be in the studio and talk about UFC 305.
305.
In Perth, Australia.
I know.
Wow.
This would have been cool if they did in Miami, though. Not going to lie.
It would have been.
It would have been dope.
It would have been.
It would have been dope. Like 305. If you didn't know, that's the area code for Miami. That shit would have been sick. I've never been to Miami. One day I will. But, dude, how cool would that have been?
It would have been.
Right? Izzy against Dricus in Miami. But I think it makes it even more special having this in Australia for the strap. And we know how much these two hate each other. But more on that later. We don't want to spill too much on that. How you doing, dude? Haven't seen you in a minute. How's everything going?
I know. Sorry, guys. We missed a week. We had another bullshit technical difficulties that I was very, very upset about within that day. But other than that, we're good. I had a little week off from jiu-jitsu this week. Yeah, had a little something come up. I don't feel like saying over there. But we're good. We're all back. We're going to go train tonight, go train tomorrow, and waiting for that September 21st date. And we're ready to rock. So I'm ready to choke somebody's ass out and fucking
be careful
and get that.
Be careful.
Yeah, get that thing around my
whoever's
neck.
Across the way from Cariss, be careful.
Yeah.
My boy's been putting in minutes, putting in the minutes in the gym, which is good. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know. I'm over here just waiting on my blue belt. Just waiting.
Hey, coach.
Putting in the minutes, though.
Hey, coach. I'm still right here. I'm right here, coach.
Minutes. It's all good. It's all good. Eventually, I'm gonna get off the bench and I'm gonna start one of these days. But for now, we just putting in the work, putting in the minutes. Thank you to City Boxing for keeping your boy in shape and always loving this forever jiu-jitsu game.
Loving this journey.
Yeah,
it's great.
You want to give a shout out to your gym?
Yeah, 10th Planet. Love you guys always. Yeah, we're all signing up for the September 21st, so I'm going to be excited about that one because everyone's going to be there. Going to have my boys in the background cheering, and I'm going to be in the background for them cheering when they're going to. So this will be a fun one.
And where's that taking place again?
It's at Alliant University, Southern California.
So if you guys don't know where that is in beautiful, sunny San Diego. Close to, I guess, Miramar area over there.
That little border.
So if you're in town and you're local and you want to go watch maybe some jiu-jitsu matches and see my boy Cariss and myself, if I'm able to be there, I'm going to come support. So make sure you guys are there, and maybe we have some gear that we'll give out. Who knows? So if you want to come out and support, please, we'll keep dropping more information on that. Now, let's dive into the episode. So before we talk about UFC 305, there has been some announcements. The UFC has blessed us, and they have blessed us. Thank you to the Sheik. I gotta say, this is taking place in Saudi Arabia. Cariss.
Yes.
Who's fighting?
Hey, we got UFC 308, guys, and I'm just going to go through the entire card because the cherry on the top is what I'm looking forward to, and I know my boy is over here too because we got a little skin in the game on this one. So we're going to start off in the welterweight division of 170 pounds. We're going to have Renat Fakhretdinov versus Nursultan Ruziboev. Yes. In the middleweight division, we're going to have Abus Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. Wow. Magomedov, you're going to get choked out in the first round. Sorry, brother. Moving on to the heavyweights, the big boys. We have Marcos Rogerio de Lima versus Kennedy Njoku. That'll be a nice, fun little banger for everyone because everyone likes the big boys.
Yes,
There'll be a couple of knockouts in that one. In the welterweight division, we're going to have the guy that you said that you would take in this division. His name is welterweight Jeff Neal versus RDA, Rafael Dos Anjos. Yes. And guys, just so everyone knows, we kind of just went through the card a little bit and we looked at our weight classes. And that's the one guy that he would have picked out, which is Jeff Neal within that card. In the 135 division. He wanted me to take on Henry Cejudo.
I think it'd be fun.
It would be, except for I get my leg humped the entire time, and I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, not a humper, not a wrestling humper.
But your followers would.
They would. They would. They'd see me lose, but it's okay. I'd be all right with that one. In the featherweight division of 145 pounds, we're going to have Leroy Murphy versus Dan Fidike Ige. Yes,
Okay.
yes. And I'm glad that he's fighting on this one because he is supposed to be turning around on fighting on the UFC Sphere, which is coming in September. Wow, he's going to have a quick little turnaround, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
I'm hoping that he gets on that Sphere card because by the way that this is playing out, he might not be on that Sphere card since they gave him this one. So
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll keep an eye on that one. In the light heavyweight division, this guy got kicked a little hard. Yeah, his name is Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. Yeah,
you know,
go ahead, tell us. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
I don't know how I feel about this fight, to be honest.
I'm a little upset for Magomed. Why would we not be?
I'm not.
No, I'm in his shoes, I would be upset.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm pissed.
That's what I'm saying.
Me looking at it,
I don't care.
And no, like, bro, we know what he's gonna do if he fights against the champ.
Yes,
he's just gonna take him down. Nobody wants this. We want to see the head knock somebody the fuck out.
Yeah, we don't want to see his crotch sniffing.
So I think, but this is what I think is gonna happen. He's gonna fight Rakic different. He's gonna
he's gonna try to stand on his feet.
He's gonna try and stand on his feet and try and get him out early, right? So then he could go. Look, I could do it too on the feet. Like, let's go. And then when he fights Pereira, he's gonna take it out. Calling it.
There was a interview earlier this month or even past month, whatever it was, that Magomed said that he will stand with Alex Pereira just to prove a point.
No.
Exactly. That's what I said. I was like, no, bro, like, stop lying to the MMA community because you're not. You're going to get hit once and you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going back to my ground game. Why would you not? It's for the title. You'd be stupid not to.
If you want to go to sleep early, do it.
Yeah,
go ahead. Do it. Do it. Be my. If you want to be a highlight reel, do it. Yeah. I'm here for it. Yeah. I like highlights.
That's what we want to see. We want to see you get your ass knocked out.
I don't mind.
We love highlights.
But he's a big one. Remember when we saw him in the Apex? How big he was? He's huge.
Big motherfucker.
He is huge.
Yeah.
And imagine Pereira's bigger than that.
Oh my God, he's taller, he's thicker. Jeez,
crazy.
I really want to meet the Brazilian Terminator.
I know.
He's never going to be at the Apex. That's the hard part.
No, he might supporting somebody else, right? Maybe his girlfriend's fighting.
The Apex is now going to be moved November. They're no longer going to be doing stuff in the Apex. They're going to be moving it until next summer, 2025.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing it because that means they're going to go to different venues.
Maybe come to San Diego, baby. Please.
Kind of like we talked about that one where they didn't do the Apex and then they went to that hotel and they had that like intimate little area. That was cool. Really cool. I want more settings like that.
I would enjoy that.
And fighters would like that much more.
Yeah, and also it gets. I mean, tickets are probably cheaper too.
They are
because the Apex I know is expensive. If you're paying, I know it's expensive.
Yeah, and when we were talking with Dominic Reyes, Dominic was like, nobody likes the Apex. No fighter likes fighting in the Apex because it's dead quiet. Nobody likes to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So it's no fun.
I like the quietness.
I like it because we're in the stands. We got to see everything.
All right, what's next?
Yeah. In the heavyweight division, yes, we're back to the big boys. His name is Cyril Gahn. Is going to fight Alexander Volkov.
I'm just happy Cyril's
winning that one. Yeah.
I mean, I just hope he worked on his takedown defense.
Well, Volkov will take him down, and he will get in half guard, and he will lay on his leg the entire time. That's potentially what's going to happen, unless Cyril can get away.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it. Well, this is where we see. Yeah. Did you improve?
And in the middleweight division, in the co-main event of the evening, we're going to have the Reaper, Robert Whitaker versus Hamzat the Boars Chimaev. We got the fight, guys. We got it back. They're running it back again. We're so happy about this.
Disclaimer.
Go ahead.
I'm not getting excited for this fight until I see both of them in the octagon.
In the cage. Actually, physically in the cage.
That's it.
Because he might call out the day before, I got sick after I cut my weight, and then my body was just like, no, you don't want to do this again because you can't make 185. Yeah. So who's going to be the backup?
Shit. Sean Strickland, if he wants to, but I don't think so. I think it just
Kelvin Gastelum.
I'm good.
You're like, I'm good off that. All right.
So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah. And the main event of the evening for UFC 304. Guys, this is in my feels. This is what I've been waiting for because this is what we were talking about last year. This is my dude, my guy, my brother, Max Blessed Holloway. Got his second, third, fourth chance, whatever way you want to look at it, to fight Ilia Topuria for the strap of 145 pounds, guys. This is what we're waiting for. Ooh, yes.
This should be a good fight.
It'd be a very good fight.
I'm not saying anything.
And neutral ground. Well, you're not saying anything because you're pulling for
I'm not
Topuria.
saying anything.
And the last time that we were talking about Max Holloway, you said, I'm never going to go against a guy again. And,
Yeah,
probably,
I picked Topuria to get the belt, and
you did.
just like I predicted, he
Uh-huh.
got the belt.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And just like I predicted, he's going to have another opportunity because Topuria beat Volkanovski, excuse me, and then now got a second chance or third chance, whatever you want to call it, to be able to get it. So I got Max Holloway in that. I know you're going with Topuria. It's okay.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, we'll see.
I'm
'Cause
I'm
you know
hurt
what?
a little bit, guys. Just a little
We'll
bit.
give disclaimer. We'll give you guys more info when that fight gets closer.
Yeah.
But I was
Mhm.
actually just scrolling, and I found some fights that I don't think we have announced
Probably
yet.
not.
So
Probably not.
listen to
You got a
these.
couple?
Yeah. So on a UFC fight night, October 12th in Viva Las Vegas, men's flyweight division, we have Brandon Royval against Tatsuro Taira.
Oh, raw dog.
Right? Listen to this one.
Uh-huh.
UFC 307,
Okay.
bantamweight division. We have the return of the King of Rio, Jose Aldo, against
Hey.
Mario Bautista.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's Mario Batista's chance to get up in the rankings, and he might be able to be
not
beat
done yet.
Jose. I know.
Not done yet. Ready for this next one?
Yeah, what do we
Ready
got?
for this next
Who
one?
we got?
You women's bantamweight division, UFC 307 as well. Salt Lake City, you getting a special one because Kayla Harrison is
Hey.
fighting against Ketlin Vieira.
Yes.
Guys,
That's a good one.
that's a
That's
juicy
a good
one.
one. Yeah.
I also
For women's division, that's a good one.
I
Yes, that's a
also
good one.
do have some bad news. Well, not bad news. There's a little bit of sad news because this is going to be Carla Esparza's last fight. It's going to be
On
her
contract?
retirement fight.
Okay.
She's retiring after this fight. It's in the women's strawweight division, UFC 307 as well. Carla Esparza against Tisha Pennington.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Oh, I got Tisha.
Not bad.
I got
Not
Tisha.
bad fight there.
Does Carla want to lose her last fight in the UFC? Is that why they set her up with that one? Tisha's going to
Yeah,
come
remember
back
she
and,
lost the belt to
Yeah.
Raquel Pennington.
No, because Raquel's
No, was it?
135. This is 115. Right?
Who'd she lose to?
Who did she lose?
Bruh. We'll look that up. I'll look that up as you're going through the stats on the next one. Because there was also some other fights I did want to mention too, because this one's going to be a UFC fight night taking place August 24th in the men's middleweight division.
Oh, I know this one.
Jared Cannonier
You said the name
against
right.
Cal Bohalio.
Hey, Cal Bohalio.
Not bad, not bad. And then this one, I'm going to end it right here because it's very, very juicy. This is actually going to be taking place in the PFL.
I was going to say, it's not Conor.
PFL. No, it's in the men's heavyweight division. PFL Super Fight pay-per-view October 19th. Francis Ngannou against Renan Ferreira. And I don't know if anybody's had a chance, but I would highly, highly recommend to listen to Francis Ngannou on Joe Rogan's podcast. He has another one that he just did most recently. It's intense.
Really?
It's intense because he actually talks about him losing his son.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And everything that was going on during that time.
Okay. So it's from his side of the story.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Sad.
Yeah.
It's real sad, bro.
Okay.
So definitely give it a listen. It gives you a little bit. I think this is why we love Francis so much, just because
he's a real dude.
He's a real dude, and he
Yeah.
kind of tells you every emotion, everything that he was going through in that time. Like, and it's pretty some hard stuff. Also, kind of talks about maybe UFC and him getting back together.
Really?
Because I don't know if you guys realize we're doing a lot of UFC events now with Rehab Season, who's doing a lot of the boxing events.
Rehab Season?
I mean, if you guys remember, Francis also fought on Rehab against Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. So if the money's right and these sheiks, I think, put up enough cash, we could be
UFC
getting
might
that
be
John
like,
Jones, Francis Ngannou.
Yes.
I think. But hey, again, I think it's going to
That'd be
upset
great.
one person, and that would be Tom if that happens. And I would be upset too, because I'd rather see John Jones against Tom Aspinall.
Well, because
and the winner gets Francis Ngannou. That's what I want.
So the talk this week has been John Jones is going to retire after the Stipe fight. Did you hear that? Yeah. See his face already, everyone? Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? Because we've already been talking about that. We've already been saying, like, no, you're going to fight Stipe and then you're going to retire because you know you're going to lose to Tom Aspinall.
As much as we want John to fight Tom, I just don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to either.
I think it's, avoid at all costs and retire and run off in the sunset. Now, do I blame John Jones?
No.
Absolutely not, because he has done a lot for the sport.
He should have almost retired after the Cyril Gane one. That's what I was saying. Go up to heavyweight, win the title, and you're done.
Yeah,
Like,
that would have been dope.
Right.
That would have been dope. But he wants that Stipe
He
fight.
does want that Stipe. He
wants
wants to
that
be able to
Stipe.
kind of solidify those
because
points within the book,
and he
which
could
aren't
just
even there.
put that in the resume, and
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
That'd be huge. Imagine John Jones' resume with win over Stipe.
Right over top, heavyweight, the greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe.
Crazy.
I saw something on Eric Nixick this week with Francis Ngannou, not Francis Ngannou on it, but just talking about Francis Ngannou, and he was saying that Francis fell back in love with the MMA game. He finally fell back in love with it because he was having such a difficult transition with the Sundyne and doing boxing and all this other stuff that's going on and trying to figure out that he fell in love with MMA again. So therefore, this fight that he's going into, he has the right mindset. And then if he wins this fight, then we'll see what happens from there. Because exactly what you said, that'd be a good little transition if he can come back.
Yeah, but the only thing, Fajeda is no fucking joke.
Oh, no.
He's fucking good.
What is he, 6'8"?
I don't know.
6'7", 6'8". I know he's bigger than Francis.
He's good, bro.
He's a big boy.
He's a fucking very good fighter. But I do have one more fight.
Okay.
Then this one's real juicy too.
Ooh.
Real juicy. So this is also going to be on that PFL Super Fight, October 19th, the women's featherweight division. Cris Cyborg against Larissa Pacheco.
Really?
And
Cris Cyborg's coming back.
Personally, I think Larissa can get it done.
With the hands.
Yeah, because she's good, bro. She's one. If the UFC had a chance, I would
need
say
to pick her up.
Steal her.
Okay. This might be the one right after this. They pick her up, and they might even pick up what's his face, Fajeda, the guy that's going to beat Ngannou potentially.
Well, yeah, I think if you do that, can you imagine they bring that guy over to come and fight? What's his face, Tom Aspinall? If they did that, oh my goodness, how cool would that be?
Or give him a warm up fight with Cyril Gane or something. Ooh, I just sparked something, didn't
Another fight. I got another fight away.
Found another one?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Rafael dos Santos against Jeff Neal.
RDA versus Jeff Neal? Didn't I announce that within?
Did you?
Within the 308? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was within the card.
Okay. I don't know. I just
because that was when I said that you would take Jeff Neal, that you'd be able to fight him.
There's one more fight I thought I saw. Nope. It's all good. Forget me.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Good.
That's a good one. No, but that is a good one. RDA is stepping up to 170 because he normally fights at 155, so he's stepping up to 170 and taking off it. Jeff Neal's got heavy hands.
Very heavy.
Very heavy. That's why you said I'll just take his ass down.
Take him down. Take him down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let my jiu-jitsu do the talking. So, anyways, now let's dive into a place down under.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're not even having Volk on this card, huh? Usually we get Volk on these cards.
But he's on his rest.
He's on his rest, which he needs.
His sabbatical or whatever you want to call it. He's not around.
Please. But we are going to take it off again in the early prelims, move into the prelims. We will be picking from a hat. I'll pick for myself. Cariss will pick for himself. Then
it's my pick this week for the fans.
He will also pick for the fans. So, starting us off in the early prelims, we have Stuart Nickel against Jesus Aguilar in the men's flyweight division.
Early prelims.
Right after that, we have Song Kanan against Ricky Glenn in the men's welterweight division. And in the main event on the early prelims, we have Tom Nolan against Alex Reyes in the men's lightweight division.
You going to recommend any of those fights?
I'm going to combine it with the prelims since there's only 6 total.
Okay. Prelims and early prelims.
So it's 3 and 3. Okay. 3 and 3, right? So on the first fight on the prelims, we have Casey O'Neill against Luana Santos in the women's flyweight division. Fight. After that, we have Josh Culibao against Ricardo Ramos in the men's featherweight division. And closing it out, we have Jordan Tafa against Walter Walker in the men's heavyweight division.
We getting Jordan Tafa or Junior Tafa? We getting a little step-in replacement? Or we getting
hopefully Junior does his job and he's able to fight. But if I do have to pick a fight, I'm actually going to shake it up a bit this week. I'm actually going to go with the women this week.
Really?
I'm going to go Casey O'Neill against Luana Santos. That's going to be Cam's pick for fight of the night. I just feel like both those women are pretty evenly matched.
Right.
Casey O'Neill, she's home. Hopefully she comes out big, but I just feel Luana Santos is going to fucking bring it. But it's very tough for me to pick. If I have to pick, I'm going to go Luana Santos.
Okay. Is that a betting man or is that betting with your heart?
That is a little bit of
both.
Betting for the money on that one.
Okay.
For the money, I'm definitely going that way.
What about the heavyweight main event? I would almost recommend that one. Main event for the prelims. Would you say no on the Junior Tafa? You just say, just because it's a big boy?
I'm not really that familiar with Walter, so I don't want to throw my hat in there and say to that guy when I don't really know him that well. So that's why I'm sticking with the 2 women because I think that's going to be a juicy fight for you guys.
Should be.
So I got first pick in the draft.
Yep. Who are you going to get? You going to get the guy that you don't even know about?
No, I got Junior Tafa.
You got the other one.
Got
All right,
the other
I'm
one.
picking for the fans on this one. This one's a fan pick, and we're gonna go with Aguilar. Where's Aguilar? Who's
Okay,
Aguilar fighting?
Aguilar is taking. He's the first fight of the night,
First fight
guys.
of the
Very
night?
first fight of the night on the early prelims.
Jesus Aguilar.
Make sure you
Jesus
tune into that.
Aguilar. All righty. Oh, did this fight get moved to the main card? Jenkins? Did Jenkins get moved to the main card? I think Farjak Jenkins got moved to the main card.
Jenkins. Nope.
No?
Oh,
There he
we
is right
missed the fight. We missed the fight.
We did miss the fight.
We missed the fight. There's actually 4 fights.
Ah, sorry. I had a
on
feeling. Yeah, I had a
the
feeling that one.
prelim. So before the women, we actually have Jack Jenkins against Herbert Burns. Yes, Gilbert Burns' brother.
Mhm.
And that's taking place in the men's featherweight division. Who'd you get? You got Farjak?
I got Farjak.
Oh, wow.
I got Farjak. That's a good one. I like that one because I would choose him within this scenario anyway. I'd be like, I got Farjak Jenkins on that one.
And who'd the fans get again?
They got Aguilar. Jesus
Aguilar.
Aguilar
All right.
to start off the main.
So
excuse me,
got
on
the
early
first fight.
prelims.
You got the first fight on the prelims,
Yep.
and the fans got
The
the first
first
fight on the
early.
early prelims. That's crazy.
And what'd you get? You got
I got
co-main.
the second fight.
Okay.
Second fight on the prelims.
Hey.
So perfect.
Hey.
So make sure you guys tune in early. What
Mhm.
time is this kicking off, by the way?
I think this
Is it
is
an
a
early
4
time?
o'clock. 4 o'clock kickoff.
Kickoff?
Let's
We
check.
watching the Premier League?
Well, we got early prelims. So UFC 305, early prelims 3:30 p.m.
Perfect.
3:30
p.m.
and then early prelim, and then prelims start at 5 o'clock,
okay.
and then main card starts at 7.
7 o'clock on the
Yeah.
dot.
Yep.
Make sure you guys buy that pay-per-view. All right. So, Cariss, take it away from the main card.
UFC 305, main card in the welterweight division of 170 pounds. From Brazil, we're going to have Carlos, the Nightmare Prates. He's 30 years old, stands at 6'1", and his fighting style is a striker. He does have a professional record of 19 victories with 6 defeats, 14 wins by KO, 3 wins by submission, and 8 first-round finishes. He does have 2 UFC fights, 2 victories with 0 defeats, coming off a TKO victory over Charles Ratke back in June of 2024. From China, Li Jingliang the Leech is 35 years old, stands at 6 foot tall, and his fighting style is a boxer. He's got a professional record of 19 victories with 8 defeats, 10 wins by KO, 4 wins by submission, and 7 first-round finishes. He does have 17 UFC fights, 11 victories with 6 defeats, currently coming off of a split decision loss to D-Rod back in September of 2022. Yeah, that was a little while ago. That was almost 2 years ago, guys. And this
Yeah,
is the
bro,
one where it got switched out. This is the one where he was supposed to be fighting somebody else, and then he had to fight D-Rod, and they changed out the weight. I think this was the Nate Diaz card for that, or Nick Diaz card for that one, where they changed everything out.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is a tough one. It's a tough one because I like the Leech. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not betting with my heart on this one. I'm going to go for Carlos, the Nightmare Prates, because he's that up-and-coming striker that he sits there and waits. He's kind of like a little bit of a Anderson Silva in the fact that he kind of like assesses the situation, and all of a sudden he's just like, okay, cool, I found my angles, I found my spots, I'm hitting you, I'm taking you out. So I'm going with Prates, even though I really like the Leech, guys. I'm going with Prates.
Yeah, I am going to back your play
Hey,
on that one.
nice.
100%.
Nice.
100%.
Cool.
I got to do this one. After this fight, we got a fun one. This is the big boys.
Yeah.
We got Tuivasa against Jairzinho Rozenstruik in the men's heavyweight division.
In the heavyweight division of 265 pounds from Suriname, UFC's number 12 ranked heavyweight in the world. Jairzinho, biggie boy, Rozenstruik is 36 years old, stands at 6'2", and his fighting style is MMA. He does have a professional record of 14 victories with 5 defeats, 13 wins by KO, and 9 first-round finishes. He has 13 UFC fights, 8 victories with 5 defeats, currently coming off of a TKO victory over Shamil Gaziev back in March of 2024. From Australia, UFC's number 10th ranked heavyweight in the world, Bam Tuivasa. He's 31 years old, stands at 6'2", and his fighting style is a brawler. His professional record of 15 victories with 7 defeats, 14 wins by KO, 12 first-round finishes. He has 15 UFC fights, 8 victories with 7 defeats, currently on a 4-fight losing streak. Yeah, that kind of hurt to say when I saw that.
When he was
writing
in
that
like
down.
contention for the strap?
Oh, dude, he was like 5 fights in a row. That's what it was. It was almost like 5 big wins in a row and knockouts to where he was like looking to be like, hey, he could potentially be fighting for the strap. And now all of a sudden he's on a 4-fight losing streak.
Crazy.
Currently coming off of a submission loss to Marcin Tybura back in March of 2024.
I'm going Tai Tuivasa. Come on, bro. He's fighting at home. Let's go.
I'm going Tai Tuivasa on this one also
I'm trying to
because
see all the shoeies in the world.
this is not going to the ground because Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
This is going to end early. Somebody round one. Round one, somebody going to sleep.
I think Bam Bam's taking him out in round one.
I hope so. I would
so.
love.
I'd love to see that.
He's such a fan favorite.
Yeah, and then do a shoey right on top of the cage. Yeah, that'd be great. And do like 3 on the way out.
I hope he does a shoey right over Jairzinho's dead. Right there.
That'd be a new one. Yeah,
that'd be pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next one, and I'm super juiced for this fight because you guys know how much
I
love this.
We love this dude.
Love this guy. Now we have in the men's lightweight division, Mateusz Gamrot. I'm not talking about him against Dan the Man Hooker. Let's go. You already know I'm picking Dan Hooker.
Mm-hmm. In the lightweight division of 155 pounds from New Zealand, UFC's number 11 ranked lightweight in the world, Dan the Hangman Hooker. He's 34 years old, stands at 6 foot tall, and his fighting style is MMA. He has a professional record of 23 victories with 12 defeats, 11 wins by KO, 7 wins by submission, and 12 first-round finishes. He has 21 UFC fights. Damn, I didn't know he had that many fights. 21 UFC fights, 13 victories with 8 defeats. Currently coming off of a split decision victory over Jalen Turner back in July of 2023. So he's had a little bit of time off. He's been able to rest and recuperate whatever he needs. I'm sure he probably did some type of surgery out there. You never know. When these guys take a year off, guys, they're fixing an injury. From Poland, UFC's number 5 ranked lightweight in the world, Mateusz Gamrot is 33 years old, stands at 5'10", and his fighting style is a wrestler. He's got a professional record of 24 victories with 2 defeats, 8 wins by KO, 5 wins by submission, and 3 first-round finishes. He has 9 UFC fights, 7 victories with 2 defeats. Guess what? His first loss was his first fight in the UFC. Yes, it was. And he's currently coming off of a decision victory over Rafael Dos Anjos back in March of 2024. By the way, Gamrot, you are going to lose this fight because Dan the Hangman Hooker is going to take you out, bro. The thing is, though, I see this going all 3 rounds. I don't see a stop on this one. I don't see a choke out or a knockout or anything.
You know what, Kim? I just reminded myself the other day, and I had to go back and rewatch this fight. Do you guys remember when Dustin Poirier fought Dan Hooker? You remember
that? Was a long time ago.
Long time. It was during COVID.
Was it really?
No fans. I'm going to tell you guys this. Go back and rewatch that fight. That was
that good?
Such a good fight.
Really?
I'm so bummed they didn't do that in front of fans. And if you rewatch, you say, "Oh, dude,
that was a fight."
Because they fought.
Really?
They fought.
Okay.
I mean, Dustin ended up winning, but God, good fight. Good fight. But Dan's got this. I'll
try to watch that one. He does. Dan's got this one. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Yep.
Gamrot's coming off a 2-fight winning streak. We were at his second past fight. We were at the Apex when he beat Fiziev. Unfortunately, Fiziev hurt his knee. He didn't beat him.
I got to meet my favorite women's fighter of all time, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. What a memory.
Gave you a little wink.
What a memory.
Point.
What a memory.
And that's when I caught Gamrot's
you
mouth guard in the
put
crowd.
It in his mouth,
I did not try to put it in his mouth. Gave it to the big ass dude that was behind me that was going to scare everybody in the place.
Cariss was like, ooh. Okay, moving on. My other boys fighting on this card. This is so crazy. So in the co-main event of UFC 305, we have Kai Kara-France against Steve Erceg in the men's flyweight division.
Wow, we're going to be split on this one. In the flyweight division of 125 pounds. From Australia, UFC's number 7th ranked flyweight in the world, Steve Astroboy Erceg is 29 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is MMA. I have a question mark next to the number 7 flyweight in the world. How do you fight for the title? Lose the title, and now you're number 7 when you literally fought for the title? How are you not top 5? When your last fight was for the strap. This makes absolutely no sense to me on this one. Anything from your wise self?
Well, there's one guy on here that needs to get removed, which is Mohamed Mokaev.
Because he's no longer in the UFC. So let's move him up to number 6 there.
Now let's say he's 6, right? Ahead of him, you have Alex Perez, Tatsuro Taira, Kai Kara-France, Amir Albazi, Brandon Moreno, Brandon Royval, and then the champion Pantoja.
Okay.
You
could slide him into number 3 or number 4. Could.
I think Royval could drop because he recently lost to the champ.
Oh, it's true.
Right?
So both of them lost to the champ, so they should be next to each other.
I kind of think Brandon Moreno should still be number 2, to be honest. I thought his last fight, he lost, but
He did well.
He did really well. But then you have Amir Albazi, who
He was
obviously
just jumping up
beat
the ranks. Yeah.
Kai Kara France. So I think he could even be ahead of Brandon Moreno if you want to look at it like that, right?
Mhm.
Wins and losses and all that. So that maybe, I mean, Tatsuro Tara, he's fighting soon, so we'll find out. And he's undefeated.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
I mean, you compare that record of 12-2 to 16-0. Tatsuro's probably in the right spot.
True.
So Alex Perez, maybe.
So this
that
is big. Flip. Well, literally, they would just flip Kai Kara France and him if he wins.
Yeah. So this is kind of what would happen. This is big for Kai Kara France.
This is a big fight within the division. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so back to Steve Astroboy Erceg. He has a professional record of 12 victories with 2 defeats, 1 win by KO, 6 wins by submission, and 5 first-round finishes. He has 4 UFC fights, 3 victories with 1 defeat, currently coming off of that defeat to Alexandre Pantoja for the UFC Flyweight title back in May of 2024. From New Zealand, UFC's number 4 ranked flyweight in the world, Kai Don't Blink Kara France is 31 years old, stands at 5'4", probably 5'3", and his fighting style is a kickboxer. He has a professional record of 24 victories, 11 defeats, 11 wins by KO, 3 wins by submission, and 12 first-round finishes. He has 10 UFC fights, 7 victories with 4 defeats, currently coming off a split decision loss over Amir Albazi back in June of 2023. We're going to be split here. We're going to be split on this one.
I'm going Kai Kara France.
I know you're going Kai Kara.
Easy
You
money.
are going Kai Kara.
Easy money.
All right. I'm going Steve Astroboy Erceg.
Okay.
He's coming off of a loss of the flyweight champion of the world. He has 3 wins and then 1 loss, and he had that 1 knockout, which is his 1 knockout on his record, and he has really good hands within that. I just don't see a 5'8" guy getting dominated by a 5'3", 5'2" guy. Except for the fact if Kai Kara France has the speed and the pace in order to be able to put it on him and potentially be able to take him down. But Steve Erceg is a ground guy. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So therefore, it's going to be that much more difficult for Kai Kara France to finish on the ground. I do not see this going all 3 rounds unless Steve Erceg catches him and is a TKO in round number 2.
I think it goes all 3 rounds. Kai Kara France gets it done by unanimous. Actually, no, not unanimous.
It's
Split.
A split or at least 29-28.
I think he's going to just outwork him. Okay. I think he's going to outwork him in a lot of in and outs. That's how he's going to win this? A lot of in and outs.
Okay.
I think he's going to do a lot of in and outs.
Okay.
I'm in, I work, I'm out.
Okay.
Because we know how strong that jab is from Steve Erceg. We know he has very good hands.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it before.
So I think you're going to see a lot of leg kicks. Mm-hmm. And he's going to get compromised. Steve will get compromised because of the leg kicks.
Okay.
And then you're going to see after that, once he gets compromised, you're going to see Kai Kara France kind of just take off and beat him
over a
split
little bit.
Decision.
Okay. The way I see Kai winning this fight is kind of like what you just said. He's got to kick his legs multiple times, slow him down. But Kai has to be the first in and the first out. He can't be the second one within this fight because if he does, Astro Boy is going to get much more comfortable within there and then be able to kind of take over as the fight leads on. And that's the way that I'm predicting this is going to go. Unfortunately for Kai, but hey, unfortunately for you.
I know I'm going to win. Next, in the main event of the evening, and probably the most juiciest fight we're going to get all
year,
all week,
all year maybe too. This is juicy.
Yeah, this one has a lot of bad blood, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of bad blood. These two really don't like each other.
One of the top 3 for the year, I would say.
We have for the strap, the men's middleweight division strap. The challenger. I can't believe I'm saying that.
It's weird to say that.
The challenger. Israel Adesanya against the champion Cariss du Plessis. Both hailing from Africa.
Nigeria and South Africa.
Cariss, take us away for the last time.
We're going to go with the challenger in this situation. First, from Nigeria, UFC's number 2 ranked middleweight in the world. Israel Izzy, the last style bender, Adesanya is the favorite in this fight at -135. He's 35 years old, stands at 6'4", and his fighting style is freestyle. Let me say that again. 6'4". Guys, we kind of forgot how tall this dude was. Yeah, 6'4". He's got a professional record of 24 victories with 3 defeats, 16 wins by KO, 6 first-round finishes. He has 16 UFC fights, 13 victories with 3 defeats. All right, good question for you right here. Who are his 3 losses to? I bet you can't get all 3. I bet you can get 2. I bet you can't get all 3. Fans, go ahead. Think about this in your head. Gabe, go ahead. Don't go
Sean
ahead.
Strickland.
There's 1.
With Alex Pereira.
There's 2. Or who's the 3rd? Who's the 3rd? It's his first ever loss.
Jan.
Yes, there it is. Well done. Did you guys get that before he did? Anybody out there? That was a tough one because Jan was the hard one. And did I give you a little hint on the fact that it was his first loss and he went up in weight?
No, I just remember he was on a streak.
He was on a streak.
I remember he lost.
That was
but it wasn't for his belt.
No, it was for the 205 belt.
That's how I remembered.
Yeah. Yeah,
Come on, bro.
Interim.
Come on, guys.
Well done. Hey,
I ain't gonna get
just gotta check.
Bro.
Jan Blachowicz, Brazilian Terminator, and Sean Strickland. He's currently coming off of a 5-round decision loss to Sean Strickland back in September of 2023.
Sean beat that ass.
Yeah, we got a couple honorable mentions for Izzy. Yeah, it's pretty much his entire fucking roster, pretty much, because we got Marvin Vittori, Brad Tavares, Derek Brunson, Anderson Silva, Kelvin Gastelum, Robert Whitaker, Yoel Romero, Paulo Costa. Who would I write down here? Oh, Jan Blachowicz, Jared Cannonier, Alex Pereira, and Sean Strickland.
Crazy.
Dude, that's
Alex Pereira twice, by the way.
Yes, twice. That is a resume beyond belief on that one.
And he's the challenger.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Oh, and he's the favorite being the challenger against the guy from South Africa, UFC's reigning, defending, undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Dricus DDP. Still knocks. Du Plessis is the underdog in this fight at plus 114. Put a pin in that. I'm going to come right back to it. He's 30 years old, stands at 6'1", and his fighting style is MMA. He's got a professional record of 21 victories with 2 defeats, 9 wins by KO, 10 wins by submission, and 7, currently coming off of a 10-fight win streak. DDP has 7 UFC fights, 7 victories, currently coming off a 5-round split decision. Victory over Sean Strickland to become and new middleweight champion of the world. I'm going to go back to the pin that I just put in there. He is the underdog at plus 114. Izzy is the favorite at negative 135. The favorite at negative 135 lost to the guy that beat the current champion in DDP. Whoever's making these odds, I don't understand how you make these odds when the guy that is the challenger lost to the guy that beat the guy that you're just about to fight.
I think it's just out that resume, though, bro.
That's the honorable mentions.
And the thing
everything
is,
that's said about him.
The thing with Izzy is we know, and he showed us in that Pereira fight. We know his comeback fights.
He's dangerous.
He definitely does homework. So I don't, and I think he got a lot of shit for that Strickland fight.
Oh, big time.
Right, and I'm sure the UFC wasn't happy with
because he was supposed to walk through him.
He was supposed to walk through it. I'm sure they did not want Sean Strickland to be champion. Then they had to deal with that for a couple of months. So I expect we're going to see a very primed Israel Adesanya. But
he's got something to prove on this one.
Were you done with the stats or no?
No, that was it. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
But I think you are also going to see a prime Dricus
DDP.
Because you have to. These two
this
guys
is the one fight. This is the one fight. Yeah, this is the one fight that made.
And I don't want to get into the whole thing.
Blah, blah,
I'm going to say
forth.
they're both from fucking Africa.
They are. Doesn't matter your skin color. Like both can be from Africa.
It's for me. I can't really decide. I honestly I can't.
Who you choosing?
I'm gonna go with my heart. My heart of hearts. My heart. I'm gonna go with Izzy. But like if Dricus wins, I would be like, oh shit, that doesn't really surprise me. That yeah, I could see it.
Okay,
I could fucking see it.
Okay.
But my heart of hearts, like I cheered for Izzy. It was my daughter's favorite fighter. Yeah. I'm going to stick with Izzy. I hope he gets it done. It'd be nice to have him back with a strap.
He's the favorite.
And I would not mind them running this back in Africa.
So that here's my question. I want you to answer this one in both ways.
Okay.
If Izzy wins, what's his path? If DDP wins, what's his path? Meaning who comes up and fights them next?
If Izzy wins, I think he's going to be at a crossroads because
you're saying they run this back?
No, if Izzy wins, I think they have to run it back, and it has to be in Africa. It has to be in Africa.
Okay, but you're saying run it back even if it's a wash or even if it's a knockout or
if he starches them?
If it's done in two rounds or 1 round. Like if he pulls a Pereira on Pereira, if he pulls a Brazilian Terminator and just knocks him out and does the whole arrows and shooting, like if it's a done, are they running this back or are they not?
I think you do because I think that Africa card would bring in so much money, and you would have 2 African fighters doing that, something that we haven't seen, right? And I think that would be one to really put the promotion on a different level for anybody else.
Spark that card.
So I think If Izzy wins, I think you do it. If he loses, I think you lose all chance of that happening.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to after, if Izzy has the strap, I think you have to give Sean Strickland another round at Izzy.
Okay.
If
I agree with that one.
Dreykus wins, I think you give Sean Strickland another chance.
Okay, let me throw a little something on it just in case you didn't think of this way. Chimaev and Robert Whitaker are supposed to be the number 1 contender fight.
Sean Strickland, he needs to get the winner of this fight. That's who I honestly think. If I'm
kind of on the same.
You already know how I feel about that Chimaev and Whitaker card. I'm not saying anything until the fucking door is closed. So, to me, that fight doesn't exist. It's Sean Strickland's the next guy.
Okay, I'm on that same exact page. Okay,
Sean Strickland's the next guy.
So Izzy, both ways you're saying they run it back. Yeah. If either of them, if DDP wins, you're not running it back.
Yeah, if DDP wins, you can't run it back.
Who's DDP fighting after that? Sean
Strickland.
Okay.
Sean Strickland, with the hopes of, if that fight does take place, Hamza and Robert just going to be in the window, just waiting.
So
and then
you'll get Sean
Izzy could get the loser of Robert Whitaker and Chimaev. That I would be okay with. If Izzy loses,
that little circle.
If Izzy loses, right, Sean Strickland would get the title shot. Then Robert or Chimaev, the winner of that, would be in the waiting window. No, they get in the waiting window, and the loser of that fight will get Izzy.
Okay, so even that is a number 1 contender.
Because I think Izzy would need 2 fights to move himself back up for another title challenge.
So technically that is a number 1 contender fight. But we're putting Sean ahead of the number 1 contender because he deserves it because of the split decision. I agree. That's why I'm kind of like lining it up.
I think
decision. He should have already had it. He should have already had it in the first place.
Sean won that fight.
Same here. We both said that. So if he does win, right, then therefore they replay it if he wins. And if DDP wins, then he gets Sean. And then the winner of Chimaev and Whitaker get the winner of DDP and Sean, if that plays out. For the strap.
Yeah, because, bro, if fucking Whitaker wins, you get Izzy against Hamza.
Yeah.
Right? And then let's say Sean now has to wait. Okay, Sean could get the winner of Izzy Hamza. He would get the winner. Or it could be Izzy against Robert.
Right. That'd be number 3.
And then you'd have, either way, Sean is going to fight somebody, one of those 3 guys. It's just
Sean's got to get the champ. I think Sean's got to get the champ. That's what it's got to be. And then the waiter.
I kind of feel like they're going to give Sean Strickland Hamzat. I just, something tells me like they're going to do that just to kill off Sean. If
Hamzat loses. Because if Hamzat wins, then he's going to the title shot.
I think if he loses, I think they do that to try to wipe off Sean. Like, Sean, this is the only fight we're going to give you. Yeah. And they're going to send him the fucking animal.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah. Which we already know what's going to happen in that fight. Takedown City.
Do you think if DDP loses that they put Sean against him again?
I think, I don't know, bro.
Another scenario?
I don't know.
It's a tough one.
Because I'm also thinking money-wise. What brings in the most revenue-wise?
And it's not Sean DDP.
No. Unless you do that, like, where would you do that? It has to be somewhere stateside, Vegas.
I think that would be combined with the card of Madison Square Garden. You could combine that with that card. I'm saying for the fact that it's a decent fight. It's not that one where you're like, oh yeah, I want to see this.
But it doesn't get you that.
If you put it on that card, it'd be that much.
Maybe.
It just throw another little something in there.
Maybe, but the fucking Reaper's coming. That's all I gotta say.
The Reaper is coming.
The Reaper's that man looks on a 3-5 win streak. Fucking good. The Reaper is coming. Be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Anybody that we just named, just
careful. Watch out.
That boy Robert, he good. He real good.
He's real good.
Yeah, but that's
Bobby Knuckles.
So who you got? Who you got for the fight?
Oh, I'm going with Izzy.
Oh, good choice.
I'm going with Izzy. Sorry, did I not say who I was going with?
You probably did, but I wanted to hear it again.
I'm going to go
so everybody knows.
I'm going with Izzy. This is kind of a little bit of a heart bet on this one. Kind of, because I don't want to see DDP all that much. I don't think he's that entertaining. Right? He's not the guy that I want to be like, oh, I want to watch this championship fight right now because I know DDP is going to absolutely smoke this guy and have a highlight reel and we're going to want to watch it.
Yeah.
No. No, I just see DDP going out there and being like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to take you down, I need to get away, and we're gonna have 5 rounds, and they're gonna potentially hold it up and say, and still, and it's like, no. We need to go to Izzy. We need to make this a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
We need to spice things up a little bit because this is entertainment. These are prize fighters. These aren't just ranked fighters. These are prize fighters that need some entertainment, and DDP's not that entertaining.
Definitely watch that press conference though.
Oh yeah,
the press conference will be juicy. I think that takes place Thursday, and then we have the official the weigh-ins and all that take place on Friday.
Did UFC Embedded start today?
Yeah, it's fight week.
Fight week,
it's
UFC
fight week.
Embedded.
You guys can buy the pay-per-view now. If you want to be ahead of the game, you can buy it now. I like to wait till after the weigh-ins on Friday. That's when I buy it because these motherfuckers do miss weight.
Yeah,
I don't want them canceling any fights.
And you don't need to save $10 because if the fight isn't what you want to see, you're like, wait, I just spent $80. I don't give a shit about the 10.
Yeah,
I don't care about that.
So Cam usually buys on Friday. That's my buying day. Yeah. Other than that, dude, anything else?
Other than that, we're good.
We are golden.
Good. Yeah, it's been a good week.
Good week.
It's been a good week. Glad we finally got back in the studio. Sorry, guys, for last week. Another technical difficulty.
All good. As we are ever evolving, trying to get better, these things do happen. So thank you guys for bearing with us and with these technical difficulties, but we are trying our best to give you guys more content. We are trying our best to upgrade in some ways. I know we're planning to do some interviews here in the future, get some fighters on here, maybe even some jiu-jitsu grapplers as we start going into that realm.
I'm trying to get my coach
So just bear with us, guys. And again, we really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. We really appreciate you guys spending some time with us here for the hour, 45 minutes, whatever the case is. Now, enjoy the rest of your week. Tune in, UFC 305, Perth, Australia. MMA Game is out.
See you in Australia.